Welcome, everyone, to this explainer. Today, we are unpacking the absolute whirlwind that is Kylian Mbappé. We're talking his multifaceted life, his massive business empire, and his literal meteoric rise to become one of the most recognizable athletes on the entire planet. From his early days kicking a ball around the Parisian suburbs to absolute global icon status, the sheer scale of what this guy has achieved is, well, it's just remarkable. Okay, let's dive right into this because we really have to ask, how does a kid from the Parisian suburbs conquer the entire world by age 19? Seriously, it sounds like a made-up Hollywood script, right? But for Mbappé, it's literally just his biography. We're going to map out exactly how he went from being a local prodigy to lifting the absolute ultimate trophy before most people even finish college. So, part 1, the kid from Bondy, early life and rise to stardom. Born right after France won the historic 1998 World Cup, Kylian grew up in Bondy. It's a diverse working-class suburb just outside Paris, and honestly, it was the absolute perfect breeding ground for his raw talent. His ascent was, well, it was incredibly fast. At just 6 years old, he's already dazzling coaches at AS Bondy with his blinding speed. Fast forward to age 13, he gets recruited into the elite Clairefontaine Academy, the exact same place that produced legends like Thierry Henry. And speaking of Henry, at 16, Mbappé debuts for Monaco's first team and completely shatters Henry's long-standing records for youngest player and youngest goal scorer. Then comes the absolute pinnacle. By 19, he's a World Cup winner, actually scoring in the final. I mean, what a breathtaking trajectory. Moving right along to part 2, a record-breaking phenom conquering the world. Because, conquering the world isn't just about early promise. It's about relentless, jaw-dropping consistency at the absolute highest level. Just look at this. France's all-time top scorer, 58 goals and just 99 caps. He recently blew right past Olivier Giroud's national record of 57 goals, and he did it in spectacular fashion with a stunning brace against Senegal at the 2026 World Cup at MetLife Stadium. Hitting 58 goals in under 100 appearances for your country, that is the very definition of a generational talent. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where he stands in the pantheon of footballing gods. We're comparing his World Cup tally directly against the legends here. You've got Miroslav Klose and Lionel Messi tied at the top with 16 World Cup goals. The legendary Brazilian Ronaldo is sitting at 15. And right there, breathing down their necks with 14 goals is Kylian Mbappé. The absolutely crazy thing here is his age. At only 27 years old, after grabbing 4 goals in 2018, an astonishing 8 in 2022 to win the Golden Boot, and already adding to his tally in 2026, he is right on the heels of history. Which brings us to part 3, the global business empire beyond the pitch. Boom, $250 million. That is Kylian Mbappe's staggering estimated net worth as of 2026. The story of Mbappé today isn't just about his physical prowess anymore. It's about how a modern athlete operates as a completely autonomous one-man economic powerhouse. His immense market value was cemented super early on. Remember that insane €180 million transfer fee Paris Saint-Germain paid to get him from Monaco? That deal really set the tone for the absolute financial stratosphere he's been operating in ever since. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer diversity of his portfolio. We aren't just talking about his massive Real Madrid salary of $16 million a year after taxes, or that colossal signing bonus estimated between $107 and $134 million. Look at the off-pitch earnings. He brings in an estimated $30 to $40 million a year just from top-tier endorsements like Nike, Hublot, Dior, and Oakley. But beyond that, he's actually stepping into ownership. Through his company, he bought a majority stake in the French soccer club SM Cannes. Plus, he's investing heavily in tech and media with companies like Sorar, Allen, and Zebra Valley. This right here, this is the blueprint of a modern sports magnate. All right, part 4, staying grounded, the human behind the stats. Let's purposefully slow down the pace here for a second. Because, with all those zeros in the bank, it would be so incredibly easy to lose touch with reality. I absolutely love this quote from his father, Wilfred. When someone asked him about raising a global superstar, he just simply said, "Of course he's normal. Most people are." It beautifully juxtaposes his elite wealth and untouchable status with this incredibly grounded working-class family dynamic that clearly keeps him tethered to reality. I mean, ask yourself, what would you do with your very first World Cup paycheck at age 19? You've just conquered the globe. The world is your oyster, right? Well, Mbappé took his entire 2018 tournament earnings. We're talking match fees and bonuses totaling around £275,000 and gave every single penny of it away to charity. No hesitation. And his philanthropic vision has only grown from there. Take his initiative Inspired by KM, which was actually inspired by his mother, Faiza Lamari. The charity supports exactly 98 Parisian children, which is a really thoughtful nod to his birth year of 1998, from vastly different social, ethnic, and economic backgrounds. It provides them with healthy cooking lessons, language courses, sports events, and even foreign trips. The commitment here is just incredible. They literally vow to support these kids until their working lives begin. When someone at the charity's launch event asked Mbappé why he felt the need to give back so extensively, he looked at them like it was the most obvious question in the world. He simply replied, "Because society has given to me." That deep sense of gratitude and duty really hits home, doesn't it? It highlights the massive societal impact these elite athletes can have when they remember their roots. Okay, let's bring it to the present. Part 5, the next chapter. Real Madrid and the 2026 World Cup. So, the crucial point is that greatness rarely comes without friction, right? While Mbappe's start at Real Madrid has definitely included some frustrating physical hurdles, like a recent muscle injury and some nagging knee discomfort, his ability to compartmentalize is just staggering. Because despite those club setbacks, he stepped onto the pitch for France at the 2026 World Cup and immediately dominated, netting 2 crucial goals in the opening match against Senegal to seal a 3-1 victory. His ability to just turn it on and deliver for his country under immense pressure is unparalleled. And his current ambitions, they extend far beyond just playing. He's got massive influence at Real Madrid now. In fact, reports say he's actively pushing the club to sign his French teammate, Michael Olise. He's also adapting and thriving under Real Madrid's manager, Jose Mourinho. Meanwhile, on the international stage, he's currently navigating Group I of the 2026 World Cup against teams like Iraq and Norway, all while relentlessly chasing down Miroslav Klose's all-time record of 16 World Cup goals. Which leaves us with this final provocative thought. Just take a second to really let this sink in. At just 27 years old, his legacy as a world champion, a record-shattering goal scorer, and a global business magnate is already permanently cemented. He's achieved multiple lifetimes of success in a single decade. So what on earth will Kylian Mbappé conquer next? The records are tumbling, the empire is expanding, and frankly, I cannot wait to see what the next chapter holds. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep your eyes on the pitch.